There we go. Now let's pick up my mic. Am I going to have to check this every single time from now on? Because if so, that is major stupids. Anyways, hello. Sorry about last week. Might have forgotten to stream. And the week before that I was just simply way too sick. Today I've got just about everything ready. Just gotta open up the stream on my phone. Pretty shit. Chat. There it is. Now just to check. I guess I'm going to have to open up the... Alright. Okay, I'm good. It is really fun that OBS just forgets certain settings. I've been playing this even off stream, learned a bit more, got a better understanding. Fact of the matter is, here I'll load my save for a bit, just show. This is a kind of training wheels. Yeah, training wheels save would be the best way of explaining it. Like all the time-based and pressures basically disabled. As you can see, the fog is pushed back quite a bit, but it will not advance. And I've started exploring and figuring things out and growing things. This is a very small school. Like the more I'm expanding and growing, and the more I'm starting to realize, like, all of this is stupid small. Like, it is insane how small this is. I should have been expanding more to the side, but because of the fog, I'm hesitating. But technically, so long as I only expand a certain amount, I still expand it to the side a bit. But yeah. Cool, I'll save. Starting a game, because the previous save I deleted when I realized, hey, we're fucked. Gonna run customize. The more starting research you have, the more standardized it is. Now, I will have increased harvest multiplier, simply due to the fact that running out of resources, especially stone, once that's done, you're kind of screwed. There's nothing really else you can do. Now, one thing I also want to remove is... Is it even an option? Please tell me it is. It's not. I don't want... Okay, what increases mage? It's daily, it's building, it's teacher levels. So if it's too high, you're kind of screwed. So you want it to increase, because that will increase the severity of things. Problem is, if it grows too big, well, you're kind of screwed. We're not gonna touch anything else. Yeah. I'd rather not have too many hills. And architecture style, until you get pillars, they will screw you over so hard. I'm seeing airy right now, and that is... You're screwed. Wonky's not... It doesn't seem that bad. Lofty is a bit annoying, but... Okay. Chaotic? Good luck. Good luck. Balanced, as it says, it has an even mix. Basic is just, hey, there's maybe 1 or 2 keywords. Balanced, there can be up to 4. Which can be tricky, but we can work around that. Zephyr Rich Shelter. What should I name it? I don't want it something to be grand, because let's face it, I've kept enough settings on that, in considering I came close to destroying my school a few times, even in my training wheels session, I don't want it to be like, oh yeah, no, this is an awesome city. I want it to be something that sounds like it could fall at any time. Something that could fall at any time. Like a mound. So like... Mud Mound Academy. Alright. Types of teachers we want. We absolutely need a lightning, because it's going to be useful for research. I found that earth is also going to be required, because minerals and buildings, that's what needed. Now for the third one, it's kind of up in the air. If you know you're going to rush the underschool, you're going to want dark. But dark can't do much things until you unlock quilting. So maybe it'd be better to wait till you get dark student first and promote them to teacher. Then there is water, which alchemy and cleaning are very important, but students can clean as well. And alchemy is only unlocked mid-game, so yeah. Then there's wind, assembling, that's also something fairly important. Painting is only unlocked mid to late game. Hauling is also good, but I generally just have the ghosts do it until quilting is unlocked. Then I have the quilts do it. Then there's fire. Cook, hunt, and destroy. When the mist sends a mist beast out to attack the school, hunting is the stat that is used, so fire is generally a really good choice. But do we really need it at the start? Just having 2 in fire would be good enough. You don't need 3, personally. So then, no, I don't think that's really necessary. Then there's nature. Harvest, hand, chop, and craft wands. All 4 are very useful at the start. So personally, this is my go-to setup. Now in combat, you go with lightning, you add inspirational to plant, and with plant using swirling vines can be brutal, especially if they've already been set up with growth. Then having an earth with earth armor is also very good. Here's the caveat. Now that we know what element we got, what races do you think we need? Well, certainly not this set, because this set's actually kind of very fucking trash. For Earth Element, you generally want someone with a lot of health. Speed would also be kind of nice, but not necessarily required. For Lightning, sure, having a high power could be nice, but you don't really care. You don't really care about these stats when it comes to speed. You just want someone that's capable of doing research. That's your primary focus. For Grass, well, you want power as high as possible. Similarly, for Dark, you want a lot of health. Which is why the Quilted are great for Dark. Because they have a lot of health and they tend to have more power. I believe you can see it right here. Sorry, Vivified. High HP. Now if we go Wolfkin, they have high speed and will sleep literally anywhere. They don't need beds. And humans, well, more health and they have a chance of having Mana Burst. Mana Burst is good, but you don't want to bet on it. And out of everything, getting a human lightning mage would probably be best because having a lot of mana is going to be good. You're going to be spending a lot of mana with that. So we're going to re-roll them. The question is, what do we want? Personally, I think at the start, only having Vivified, since they will eat literally anything. Wilted Stomach, what's that status? Hold on. Game? Game? Good. Neat. So that means the very first fruits we get, they'll be fine with eating it. In fact, they prefer eating it. As for the Wolfkin, sleep outside or on the floor and prefer to eat dire rats and crow over meat that have conviction penalties. Yeah, so they will literally just go out and just eat live animals, so we don't even have to make food, and they sleep anywhere. So having Wolfkins would be very useful, because then we don't have to cook anything. Except for the students. So let's reroll and see what we get. 3, then we'd have a 2 fire mage. That's not bad. And it's a human. S mana. That's good. D health, okay. Magic power, I don't really care because you're lightning, so yeah. A and speed. Decent stats, decent stats. Not as good as over here where you'd get DCCS. Or this one who has 2 Bs. Wait, and that wouldn't it just be better to just do this? Yeah, okay. Switch. Grass. So we're gonna re-roll this one. So we're back to Vivified for plants. Well, it'll grow its own food. ACCC. That's pretty good. That's honestly pretty good. Should I risk it? Well, Okay. I'm going to risk it, and I'm going to explain why. If we look at the relic slots, you wouldn't understand this unless you've played a bit, but relics will actively make or break your game. Here we have Vivified, Nature, Air. Those are the tags for the relic. But, you see he only has one air. That is painful. Because what that means is, I might get a relic that makes, assembly speed is faster. Okay, yeah, that's good for everyone. But I might get something that's just like, oh yeah, teaching with air, or attacks with air, is that much more powerful. And that's useless. Because he's only got one. That can be increased by upgrading wands, but that's still kind of useless, so we're going to reroll them. Same problem. Fire, fire, reroll. Reroll. Cultist. Oh yeah, the crows, right. Never mind. Reroll. Temperance. Okay, that's something I don't know. If we check their stats, they got 3 nature, 2 rocks, 2 wind. Which isn't bad. But I'm still gonna reroll. Because their stats were pretty bad. Reroll again, because having 2 lightning is kind of pointless on the other teachers. As long as we have a specified... Oh, wow. They got 2 air and 2 water on top of that. Oh, that is great. Water is kind of useless, but it'll be good for hospitals. So having them being able to refill the hospital water is going to be great. So it's going to basically be a utility teacher. So we're going to reroll this one. We don't want anyone else to have 2 lightning. That's good. Ah, no, lightning. Never mind. Dark. Oh! 2 and dark, 2 lightning. God damn it. Tranquility, 3, 2, wind. Earth. CDBA. And that's a pretty average character. I'm gonna reroll again. I'm not looking for a godlike, I'm just hoping for a decent one. Well, slightly above decent. The godlike teachers will be making towards the session. Yep, this one has Wolfkin. Just like the cultist, that means they get relic slots for Vivified and relic slots for Wolfkin, which is honestly kind of nice. 3-2-2, okay, that's good. S health, which is pretty good. C for mana, it's not great, but for Vivified it's actually pretty decent. The problem is power. Power is D. If the main attacker has low power, that's kind of bad. Okay, that's pretty good. The health's pretty low. 2 lightning, roll again. Well, that's probably as close as we're gonna get. Now, do I mind the appearance? Not that much, I just don't like the color of the outfit. We can change that later on, but... There we go. Elias... Yeah, that looks like an Elias. Now they've got air, perfect. No problems there. Moving on. Florence. Earth, cultist, Wolfkin. 3, 2, 2. We got dark. We don't have fire. So let's reroll them until we get a +2 to fire as well. Alright, that was fast. Still Vulcan with AADD. Low health and mana is going to be a bit of a pain, but they have good power and good speed, so I guess I'll make up for it a bit. They have 2 in dark, 2 in fire. 2 in dark is a bit but I guess it works. Earth and dark, good. Both work. Everything's perfect here. No, we're not going to reroll him because this is a pretty decent roll, especially for lightning. We don't care about the power because, especially for lightning, it's mostly just recharge and inspiration. Bolt can be good, but wait, attack any target, power and speed contributes. So in that case, it'd be better on Lucinda. But you don't want to have low max mana on a lightning mage. It goes to show that at the start, you have to compromise. In this case, we are mostly not going to be using lightning mage for combat, so this is fine. If I look at our spread, yep. Okay, we're good. We can found the school now. First objective, mana fonts, Belfog. Gonna have Poppy first. Because a mage needs to be max level before they can upgrade their wands. Wait, no. Starting to talk out of my ass. You can upgrade a person's wand at any moment. They need to be max level to get promoted or words. To get promoted or ranked up. So we're just going to have them straight up get everything. Going to want to move the founder's grave as close as possible so it doesn't get wrapped up with the smoke. Now we're going to have them work around while we start setting up priorities. You don't want to go higher than 2 because that's emergency. They will focus on that no matter what. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2. If you've played RimWorld, you know exactly how this works. Unfortunately, it only works on a system of never do, low, neutral, do, really go to it, emergency. And that doesn't leave a lot of room for flexibility, unfortunately. So poppies are lightning, so we're just going to have them do 1. We want everyone to be well rested. Now we want him to haul whenever there's something to haul. We want them to repair, clean, ward, charge, and no, everything's filled. Yeah, everything's there. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's put that there. So new staff, we want it to be 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything else will depend on their aptitudes. New initiates. Every time someone's injured, we want them to take care of it. beast care will be priority. Same with cleaning and repairs and rewards. Actually, I should probably drop that by one. We'll keep harvest at that. Hunt, increase that line, put that up. Paint 1, carve 1, attune 2, hull 1, 1. There we go. Now we'll keep them at regular for that. Advanced mode. Oh. Well, now I have to redo the entire thing. Oh. I screwed myself with that one. Also, it looks more like I would go back to regular than advanced. Well, since I have nothing else to explain, might as well explain this. So, when it comes to priorities in task type priority, a person with a 2 priority will have priority over someone with 1 when it comes to doing something. So here we have emergency, which means the closest person will deal with it. They will do it even if they are tired or hungry, or they need to teach. They will do this above all else. Why is that important? Well, you read the last one? Bring mages who are at death's door to medical beds? Yeah, that's kind of really important. Now, tune here is going to be very important. I would max that out. Actually, you know what? I will max that out. Screw it. This will make it so when it comes to tuning, they will do it right away. Two, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. Yay. If all else, there. Good, 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 good. Now there's also meals set up, so you can like alter how they do this. Didn't really pay attention to that last time. Well, I don't just know how it works, but yeah. Then there's this. There's no recreation, but we don't have to research for recreation, so there's no point to it either. Let's see here. Okay, secretary, we're going to want to set that up. Set that up over here. Next, we're going to back up. Wand shapers. We don't. We have no reason. We have no need for that. So we're gonna set up 3 beds. Now I'm going to prioritize 5. I'm gonna set this one to high priority, so when I hit task priority, I can highlight stuff and they'll deal with that right away. Let's speed things up a bit. That's space, that's cute. Okay, neat. Perfect. That'll... Alright, back to speed 1 so we can manage this. I'm going to want to set this as... We'll keep it 3. Priority on storage will affect when they go to store something, where are they going to want to store it. Right now, we don't want this to be super high. We're also going to want to go into here and remove Kroa Corpse. Because as you can read, it will spawn a Spectral Kroa at night. Spectral Kroa will emerge even if the Kroa port is in storage, and damage furniture until it disappears at dawn. It is useful for ectoplasm, though, but it is a bitch. So we're going to remove that. Now we have no other reason to remove that. And it seems like the Arcane Secretary is done. So we're going to go over here. And what should be our first thing to research? Let's bum rush smoke reeds. This will get us the Enchantophone for recreation, and the plain bed, which is going to be used for making a dormitory, which we are going to need. Let's get that also. Yeah, rustic dining, because that's always good. Boil and bubble will allow us to make the alchemy station, but as you can see, it requires ectoplasm and iron. A lot of iron, in fact. One of the biggest problems I have with this is the iron and stone requirements. Like, a simple alchemist station, instead of asking for 50 iron, I'd say 25 iron and add a bit of glass. Glass could be gone just from a sifting table, which could make with wood. Though that would add a lot more crafting stations, which could complicate things, but nonetheless, that's how I would personally go with it. Now at the bottom, there's the spindle with the quilted sweep and quilted carrier. Yeah, carrier. That are both things we are going to want as soon as possible. Now getting the pantry is going to be useful for a kitchen. Called candelabra, candlesticks, going to be very useful for luxury. We're going to want arch supports. Let's actually get that above fully stocked, because this is going to be required for expansion. The arch support will allow us to build a bit more outwards while still building up. And the bridge is going to be useful later on when we're going to be making towers. Rooftop defense, we don't really care about that. Relic, we need that. That also includes basic rituals, which will include the ritual sigil, used for hiring and graduation, as it says. Now, large windows, yeah, we'll add that. Now we're just going to go down and add everything onto the queue, so we never run out of things. Right, in Death's Domain, this is where you get, like, the recipes to unlock different things, like eyeballs. You wouldn't get eyeballs normally until you research this, which is weird because this is for the crafting recipe. But it's just something odd I discovered. Another thing is, you might have noticed that there are bars. The reason why is, if I click here, Mage Study, Mage's Tower, and Mage's Heritage. Oh, would you look at that? There are 3 tiers here. Which probably means this is if your research station is anywhere. Mage's Study, Mage's Tower, Mage's Hermitage. And that would be requirements. So if I would make a Mage Tower, I could research all the way to here as soon as possible. But I wouldn't be able to research here until I make a Hermitage. Let us unpause. if I click here, Book of Rooms, the game's still paused. Okay. If we check the mage score, this is our score. 424. Aside from the intensity of things, like this is our wealth value from what I understand, you can see how it affects. Now there are keywords that explain how things work. We got towered, no adjacent, glass roof, skewed, silent, public, private, pristine, open back. Private's actually kind of hard. Like, since we're doing 2D Terraria style where it's mostly just up, down, left, right, and not RimWorld style, private becomes so much harder to designate. Pristine, actually not that hard to do. Open back is also very easy. Loud, we don't really need to care about that except for rooms which need silence. Lofted, fairly easy. Isolated is difficult. No path to another room. Oh, right, no path to another room. I mean, it's basically private, but it cannot be connected to a structure. Interior, no adjacent to an outside space to the left, right, above, or below. So it would basically need to be the interior, like it says. Grounded must touch the foundation or be underground. You can make underground buildings by recycling the underground facilities, but it's a bit complicated. Elevate, no adjacent rooms or foundations below. Adjacent means to the left or right. You can have some above. Normally adjacent in this situation would be like, oh, so you have a square and everything around it is adjacent to it, right? No, it's just to the sides and below. Above it doesn't count because that's used a different term. Right. We were going to go for research, so we go into workshop, we scroll all the way over here. So here we have the major study. Pristine, skewed. Huh. Well, that's gonna be a bit troublesome. Not really. Mage's Tower. Oh crap, it has towered. We are not going to be able to make it to Mage's Tower right away. Well, I guess that's what keywords do for you. It's also skewed, and it's pristine. Okay, it's not all that bad. But, towered. It doesn't make sense because it's a mage's tower, but it's still a bit annoying. Hermitage. This is where the bullshit starts. Private. Lofted. Pristine. Elevated. You could have a mage tower on top of a mage hermitage, but if you already have a hermitage, why would you make a mage tower? Now the bonus part is something I just noticed. A mage's study in Mage Tower allows for more than one arcane secretary, which means you can have multiple people doing research at the same time. But Mage Hermitage says exactly one. Oh, of course, it needs to have 3 or more large roof decorations or a bell tower. And all the kitchens required to be grounded. It can't be underground if it requires chimneys. Okay. Let's decide how we're going to do this. This is our school so far. We only have a floor. This is the foundation. We can't build above on the ground next to it until we research foundations, which is right. I need to use WASD for this. Right here. It also gives access to ladders. So that means we need to build a Mage's Study first to be able to get there. Since Mage's Study is going to be so important. What do we need for it? Pristine skewed. Okay. I have an idea. Okay. I have an idea of how it's going to work. It's not the greatest, mind you, but if it works, it works. So first things first, we're gonna go 7. 7. Why 7? Well, it might seem a bit tall, but the thing is, there are decorations which are 3 tall and do require to go on walls. So when it comes to building luxury, you do actually want to have something that's at least this tall. Now, as you can see, it's yellow here, and that's going to be a problem, which is why we are researching supports. Oh crap, right. Alright, we're gonna move supports to priority. Support's gonna be priority 1. We're gonna be building a lot of them. We're also going to have them... No. Yes. Mind me this ore. Next, close that. Build copy with settings. This is gonna be our crafting room. We want at least 1 space in between. Space in between. And here we can have 2. 1 space in between and 1 space in between. Have 2. Good. We have a basic storage room now. They can go into in between here, so that's fine. That was my biggest concern, to be honest. So now that we have the basics set up, let's speed things up a bit. Hunt, harvest, chop, fine. Boom. Chop, harvest. Now, as you can see, the fog moved forward. We lost access to some resources, and that might affect our morale. But if we want to do another ritual, repel fog, we need to have all 3 teachers here. Because it's going to push it a lot more. And it's going to require this resources. It's not bad. It's going to give us some XP. Let's do it. The cost is going to increase, though. Now, because it's also going to get night, I'm going to change priority to that. I'm always going to have this at 5. Going to have chests here, have priority 4. Alright, we kicked it, and it gave us a gift. These murky crystals give smoke pearls. We're gonna need that. Boom. Everyone's sleeping on the floor, and that's not good. But that's also why I increased the priority for the beds. Alright, so we're going to need to have the ground kitchen. I think I'm going to separate it like this. Kitchen, dining area. Second floor will be just the words. Dormitory. Wait. Okay, we don't need to worry about it. Just have them keep it going. 3 days. Yeah, I'll move forward every night. 3 days left until it consumes the school. When it consumes the school, it's game over. I don't know what happens then. And then again, I was playing with training wheels on, like I said, so, yeah. Make the doors tier, rating 5 so they don't lock themselves out like idiots. It has happened before. Research is progressing. It doesn't tell me how fast it's progressing. Okay. Three points at a time. Okay. Okay. So that means for research, it's direct conversion. Understood.
Lizard.
Now if we go into room, can select a room, it tells you its traits. You can set a room goal for it. For now, we just want it to be a kitchen. And for this one, we're going to want to have a we can't have a dining room, but we can have a mess hall. We can't have a mess hall. I'm gonna throw a fucking fit. These traits are going to send me to my grave. Okay, so we could have an assembly hall. Wait. Okay, so we could have it as a classroom instead. Okay, there are ways around things, but still. Screw you, game. Now this will assure we have a stable source of everything. Crafting grow pots. This should allow a modium of light. And then no, that doesn't work. Cancel. That means I didn't want to do this. I really didn't want to. But that means I absolutely need to put roof. Now, the reason why I didn't want to put roof is because the moment you put roof, that's it. You can't build anything at top.
Lizard.
Furniture, cots. Nah, we don't want to build cots, we want to build actual beds. Basic furnishing is almost there. Now here it's saying we don't have anything done for it, so we're gonna go ahead and do until you got 10. Ah, yes, timer's over here. Okay. Plain beds, perfect. I'm going to have to make so many dormitories. Oh god. Oh! Great. Butchers. Butchers are also going to be a problem. Days. So that means I'm going to have to do the ritual in 2 days. Add a cot to a schoolroom. Move. That'll do it. And boom. Wait, what do you mean it's an austere bedroom? What? Did I miss something? Oh. It didn't need to be interior. Well, that's my fucking bad, I guess. Oh shit, the fog's getting close. Wait, can I, Holy shit, I can! What's the point of having them out there, then? There, I have a safe storage location for trees. I don't have to give a fuck. Ice metals, great. Yeah, let's wait till they wake up at least. Furniture. Magic mirror. This is what's required to shapeshift. Bookshelves. Teaching. There it is. Yep, time to do the ritual. Begin ritual. It's already an intermediate classroom because there's 3 bookshelves. Needs 4 bookshelves. Oh my. Oh, god damn it. Our battle requires teacher level 2. Okay. So weak to earth, weak to water, weak to water, weak to plant. We don't have any water, so yeah, tough shit. Earth always needs to be up front because they're swirling vines. Text a row. Wait, what? The torches and the bookshelves can clip? And do growth first. This will make so if they move out or end their turn there, they will take damage. Whirling vine. Boom, double. Now we will pass the stern. Whenever they get hit, if they don't have any protection, they lose a bit of mana. I'm not sure if it's just a torch snuff or special, but it is really annoying. Boom. Now you might have noticed things were faster in Side Combat, that's a setting as well. Spell misfire. Spell misfire is when a spell literally failed. You don't get anything. Autonomous chop line. What did I want to build there? Dining room, right. Gotta love it, right? Seven. Boom. Mid and jelly. We do very much so need that. For the sake of having nowhere else to put it, I'm gonna put it there. Now this room, goal, skewed, there we go. Needs 1 dining table and 10 luxury. Why do we need an ice pedal for a dining table? Okay. Oh, someone's injured. Slightly. Priority 5, so they actually go and sleep in proper beds. It works. It's not the best location, but it works. Good. Start dismantling the cots. I wish I could automatically set it to max priority when it comes to porch rooms. Then again, that works. That works. Okay, good. So now... Right. Still missing that. Let's do it again. So I didn't quite notice if the price is actually increasing when it comes back, or if it gets discounted. Do it again. No, it actually drops. So I'm guessing repelling the fog is dependent on distance. Good to know, good to know. And harvest, chop, mine. We need ice petals. I still don't see any ice petals. Oh, but there are ice flowers, so... Yeah, they're a bit hard to see. So that's gonna give us our ice petals. Oh. So this is where this is useful. For example, if I want to grab... There we go. Can set them all priority 5. Why are they all taking their time? Everyone needs to go gather them before the fog decides to move up again. Those are also high priority, as well as this. And all this stone. Yeah, it's all well and good that you harvested it, but if you don't move it, it's not worth nothing. Move, move, move. God damn it. At least I got some ice petals, okay. Oh, rectangular window. Let's have this one be high rank. So gonna be mid. It's also gonna be 5. So much can't change the order priority because research is pretty important, or at least I think so. Yeah, biggest problem, definitely gathering. Once that window's done, their mood debuff should be improved a bit, because they'll be sleeping in a good room. It didn't change. What am I missing? Right. That is definitely an issue. What should I make up there? Before I close it off, I'm definitely going to have to check what's up. But I want the game to keep going, so I'm going to oop. That's still going to do the same thing. Never mind. Dormitory. Book of Rooms. No. Damn, this hall's not gonna be possible right now. Kitchen's gonna take a bit. Workshop would be a pretty decent idea, actually. So it needs to be lofted? How big did I make it? I'm gonna have to split the room in two. What else can I make it? Not possible. Pointless. Pointless for now. Huh. Alchemist Lab. Okay, let's do that. And suddenly that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 by 7. supports to make sure it doesn't... Well, to make sure I can keep building up. Add a door so the idiots can go through. If I use regular skip theirs. Put it there. That works. That works. So this is gonna be alchemy, this is gonna be workshop. I think. Let's push the font back a bit just before it moves forward. Or it's gonna move forward and then I'm gonna push it back. New chunk board, right? And what's needed here? Alright, they still haven't closed up this. So that's gonna take a bit. Whatever. No point putting there. Mushrooms can't grow there, so I don't care. Nor can they grow here or here. So I'm gonna put one there. Oh, right. Boom. Yep, perfect. Actually, now that I think about it, if I check the lighting, dimly lit, yeah, it needs to be much higher. Manually select all this. Come on, do it. Them rooms are very important. There. Now I can go into the room. It's not. Oh, hello there. VRO? I'm not sure what that means. But this is Mind Over Magic. It's gonna be the Alcatraz. I was a bit too focused on my doing, didn't even look down at the chat. Craft a wand at the wand shaper. Yeah, we don't need to do that just yet. Check the lighting overlay. That's fine. Perfect. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. Oh. Yeah. They did a typo and they hit V instead. They're right next to each other after all. There we go. That's now dormitory. Perfect. That was... Right, need to get a one for that. Room goal, set goal, workshop. It is not lofted. No, that's a problem. One that can instantly be fixed, though. Okay. Go ahead. Oh, it just needs to be one higher. There we go. Downloading the arch supports. Okay, that's fun. Thought I screwed myself there since I can't put the stairs because they're still there. But no. Petals. And the fog's moving too close. We got dormitory, we got classroom, we got pantry. I should actually be able to just summon students right away. Yeah, let's do that. Let's, one shaper. How many beds do I have left? 2. That is highly unfortunate. Yeah, let's focus on getting them in and out. Not lightning, earth. Oh great, another spectral rift. What's it this time? Oh, this gotta be easy. I don't like the fact that they all got buffs right off the bat. Just focus on taking them out right off the bat. Rope. Good. Oh, the spindle's done. Perfect. Let's add the quilting orders. The carriers, it's self-explanatory, the carriages. So we're just gonna have a maximum of them. And the sweep, we don't need all that many. Actually, I think I just added too many. Quilting. Just have one. Our school's still pretty small. And I think we only have to worry about the foglings later on. Okay, both ones were made. Add to queue. Nature, Earth. Boom. Now, when it comes to teaching the students, it's a bit wonky. Because on the one hand, students require, well, they require teaching because they're students. And as such, it requires the attention of your teachers, so they can't be as productive as they would be. On the other hand, you do need students to progress, because you're building a school. I just realized I placed the pantries wrong direction. That's a bit embarrassing. Yeah. Start to 5. Now, teachers will teach of a, will help teach them higher if they are the same elements, or if their status high enough. Now, while they're teaching, they will produce Gnoshi shards. Those are also used when graduating students. Yeah, they're also gained when graduating students and when breaking artifacts. This, in turn, you might be wondering, oh, well, what do we use those for? Simple. Recruiting teachers, promoting students to apprentices, and,
Lizard.
and upgrading wands, if I remember right. So they are incredibly useful, and you want them. Alright, well, I'm at it. Copy settings. Paste settings. Just to be sure. Now students will wander around hauling things, which is going to be very useful. Let's move this up here. This here. Boom. Now I want both these to be made. Both these to be made. Made. Finish these. Splotch midden jelly. We want ectoplasm. Do until Isra. Do until and sinew. There we go. And that should keep it busy. Nice. Yeah. Right. Rituals and stuff. That's going to be useful. We haven't unlocked the alchemy table. Yeah. Someone must be talking shit about me. Station. Now what's the requirements for this room? Oh, that's it? Okay. Let's actually increase that. Balance the scales. So this will become a private room, because there's only one way in. Yeah, things working nicely for now. Let's burn her. Come on. There it is. Right, we need more ice petals. So that means we're gonna have to push the wall. We can now do superior fog repel. Oh, how you? Straight up. I just doubled the amount of repel we need. But we do need a student for it. Boom. select everything. Harvest, hunt, chop, mine. So is that? Now if we checked our mage sheet, the mage sheet shows there are trials. Trials will give bonus XP and they gain it twice when promoted, so they regain it as well. So it's a good way to gain extremely a lot of XP, and it also affects the level of relics. So honey gruel. We need a recreational room. Common room is going to be very useful. I could do that actually. But not yet, not yet. I need to expand this way first. Which means we'd need foundations. Now that I think about it, what was the requirements for wizard mage's study skewed? Towered skewed. Tower's a bit problematic, but since it combines with skewed, yeah, I can make it work. I can make a mage tower that could turn into a mage hermitage, but based on how the game works, you can have all three and have them cooperate with each other. Because the way research works is must research a mage tower and mage hermitage, and this one's just mage hermitage. Never mind. I was thinking, oh, it just requires that there's a mage hermitage. No, it must be researched in. Well, considering I only really plan on having one lead researcher, one good lightning mage, that's not that big of a problem. But that is a hiccup to my planning. Guess we're just going to have to wait for the teachers to finish resting. This is honestly the worst part of the start of the game. When you don't have that many people and it's just, oh yeah, no, you have to have everyone in the same. Fuck. Well, there goes my no swearing streak. Runaways are good. They're good. Only problem is we don't have any space for them. No, that wouldn't work. What if you keep this one? Okay, yeah, I can work with this. So that means one less person using the beds during this time. I now need to have day shift and night shift. Okay, it's only 2. But that's still problematic. Could I... Yes, I can. Okay. I just sneak in 1 extra bed. Wait! Shrink all these. Cancel this one. Just plain bad. Wait, no. They can't stick to each other. They need to have a space in between. Would that work? I don't think it would. This one would be in the way. Well, I'll just leave it for now. Let's see what happens. No sea shards are being made. Things are working decently. For now. I don't need to worry about classrooms for now. Medical rooms, silent. That's a problem. That is a very big problem. If I check the keyword for silence, nothing that's in the rec room tab, workshop, ritual, or classroom. That can only be bedroom, dining room, medical, relic, and drug. That is brutal right now. So that means none of these can be built. None of these can be built, okay. I'll probably have to make a separate building just for medical and ritual. Avatar is only good for student sleepers. We want the staff ones. It needs to be silent and private. That's not possible here. Why isn't this a workshop yet? Oh, it's a perfect square, that's why. That's a problem. That's a problem in itself. Because there was no point in moving all my shit there if it's not gonna do anything. But once that alchemy lab's done, it's no longer a silent room. But that could be a private room, but then this one and this one must not be loud. Nor this one. Yeah, I'm literally going to have to make a silent tower. Well, I built all the silent rooms. Probably more than one silent tower now that I think about it. Oh my god. Right, no. Okay. Powered interior lofted, skewed lofted, private. That room's too small to be a staff lounge. God fucking damn it. So aside from making it silent, no rec room, workshop, patrol rooms, a classroom next to it. I would need fancy beds on top of that. So I could do that. Okay. Let's go here. The goal. This is our goal. As I need to change this goal. Could have it into a steel bedroom. Or could have no, I can't have it into a hospital ward. Can't have it into any of these. No rituals allowed. What do I need for a library? That's an idea. Okay. So let's say this is going to be a library. This is private quarters. Could have this just be a regular school room, though. Just this one and this one must not be loud. So I could have a mess hall. You know what? Yeah, sure, why not? Let's have this be a mess hall. You have the dining room, mess hall. Is the mess hall loud though? Because otherwise I'm gonna try to turn that into a dormitory and turn that into a mess hall. Yeah, it tells you loud, but doesn't tell you what is loud. Would a mess hall be loud? Let's clear that idea for now. Now this will just be a schoolroom. This will just be a schoolroom. And up here will be my thing. Private quarters, right? Fancy bed or canopy beds. Can have a basic bedroom. Alright, let's do that then. Here you go, private room. I'm making that library. Boom. That works. Game really putting me through the ringer. Okay. Unpause. Apparently I need to build a wall torch again. Not sure I want it, to be honest. But okay, if you say so. Let's have it there for now. Handles are always 5. Wait, cancel, cancel, cancel. Perfect. This was important. What do you mean this can't be reached? There we go. There we go. Not enough ingredients for sure. Not big surprise. Gonna move that all the way back to the basement because there's no point in keeping it up there. Yay! Thank you. You guys have been absolutely useless. Oh, you being so mean. I guess the log shaper could stay there though, but let's move it nonetheless. Try to keep everything in one place. Does this count as a room? No, no, it does not. Interesting. Potion crafting, add potion lore, rejuvenation, and recharge. Now you want to do until let's do 25, yeah. 25 is a good number. I can't have that, so let's go for this. Window 5 luxury. You know, I just realized I didn't actually put the supports. These are very important. This is a world of magic, that means structural support is very important. Wait, did I fucking finish all the research? Oh, Jesus Christ. Wait. I could skip the mage's study and go straight for the mage's tower. Archive could be difficult, but not impossible. Alright, let's do that. Nope, not there. Wait, just gotta make sure. When I'm thinking about the mage tower. Yeah, it's not lofted. Good. That would have screwed my plans over. You know, now that I think about it, I don't actually need all that much space. Okay, that is an absolute must. Alright, screw it. Yep. I don't want to make it this big though. Wait, I don't need to make it that big. Pause. This. It's my victory. That should make things actually get placed. I spotted a school. This is also going to be a 5 priority. That'd be a 4. You're shitting me. How much health? Oh yeah, they're taking over a room. Easily. Don't have any. Nice. I do have wind. Or the hollowed one. Yep. No other way around it. So that's how we're going to have to do things. Those critical multi-hits. Actually, smash a pass. Now this one's weak to earth. Smash. And finish it off with multi-strike. It didn't die? Oh. There we go. increase priority of that. Yep, should be fun. So I got 3 teacher and one of them doesn't care where they sleep. Oh, good. The bed placement actually worked. That's nice. Even though it's a bit odd, but that's 7 students I'll be able to teach now. Sorry, 6 students, so I can teach 2 more students. Good. The pantries have actually been turned around. That's also good. Alright, moving those. Thank you very much. I'll expand this way later on. This one will just be a chill room. Yeah, we'll just have that. All the students are max level though. But I can't graduate them yet. Furniture, achievement bench. Pulverizer. Wait, how much I need? For library. A relic. Library. 3 attunement bench. Roof decor. Piece of fucking shit. Okay. So that means roof. You know what? I'm fine with that. Wait, no, the library is down here. Oh, where's this library? Make this library, and this one be the... Oh god, this is starting to give me a headache from the way I'm thinking about it. Silent and towered, so that's no. But one of them can be an archive, right? There we go. Preferably this one would be an archive. If that's the case. Why these in furniture, mind you? I don't like the looks of the pulverizer, so I'm just gonna have 1 book of rooms. aggro these two are holding it from becoming a room. Get him. Two or more small roof decorations. So what I think I can do, since I have the sport here, I could actually, no, I can expand it outwards. Place this here. Set the wall. Set the roof. Can't go there, but I can't go all the way up here. But would that provide support? No, it wouldn't. Screw it, I'll just wait. Scholarly, luxury, and total luxury. Okay. It's supposed to be a library, so bookshelves. I am not going to be able to see most of it. What if I cancel these ones so I can actually see what's going on? Scholarly luxury +2. How much do I need? Oh, I think that's actually going to do it. I think it's just a roof thing. Must have 3 windows. Okay. Oh, the odd windows are actually much better. Earth, lightning. Dark. Actually, yeah, let's go to 5. 5 each. Explanation why I'm doing this? Artifacts. You can break artifacts to get more Noshi shards. But if you're looking for specific artifacts to improve or better your staffs and maybe students, you are going to want to actually have your words are difficult for some reason. You're going to want to have a lot of the same type students, so you have a higher chance of getting the artifact you want. Cycle. This was archive, right? This one all the way over here. Furniture, scholarly chair. That like that. So they can read a book away from their research station and actually kind of relax a bit. Also put a magic mirror there. And wait, no, can I even have a magic mirror? Properties. Counts a bit as a luxury item. Okay, that's good, that's good, that's good. Okay, we can work with this, we can work with this. This is going to be a mage's tower. That's easy. Copy, rotate it. Boom. And And you know what? Just for good measures, let's add a window. Right here. There we go. Let's get 2 of these. Let's increase that to 5. Increase this one to 5. Oh, not this. The wall torch. Disintegrate. Yes. Harvest smoke weeds. I see you, ice flower. Harvest 5. And then mining like crystals. Perfect. Yeah, so Sunbolt is actually giving us some decent scoring. The biggest change is construction, yeah. Not surprised. Perfect. We got a mage's tower. Now I can pause. Clear that up. Oh. This is what we need ASAP. We're also gonna need this. This. Domesticated ice flower. Medical accessories. Now for these we'd need a tier 4? Yeah, skill 4. So there's no point in researching them right away. This, on the other hand, would be a lot more important because it gives us tier 2 research. But right now, none of these are actually helpful for us. So we'll skip them. Not that useful right now. Yes, this peak. That's also very peak. Rat ranching, yep. Let's get these. The crone bug is also something we're gonna need. We want those growths. We're gonna need that for the glass roof. Yep, definitely. Weaver bird, yes, we are going to need that. We also are going to want the classroom essentials to get a better classroom. Pillars of strength, yes, and ritual accessories are also going to be very, very important. Large chest is also gonna become more important as we go around. Random breeze, yep, definitely. Next, we're just going to start marking down everything. Fancy buds, rugs, manners, domesticated magic, labs, I can see it all, class on fire, just more potion recipes, always nice. Now, of course, we can actually research all the way to the back, but we require tier 4 for these. And that's not going to happen just yet, unfortunately. Alright, we're gonna do this Spectral Rift and call it here for today. Though the one simple reason, I need to start getting ready for bed. I need a water mage. I'll have a water mage. Guess I'll have Birdie instead of Cat. Pause. Didn't even look at the health. Sucks that we're going to have to weaken ourselves, but there we go. Where's it spawned up here? Inspiration. Growth. Growth. Yeah. It's gonna take a while. I'm also going to have to start exploring downwards a lot more to find the wand upgrader. Wand upgrader tier 2 and wand upgrader tier 3. Which is required to get tier 4 and up mages without having to get apprentices that are a higher tier. Which already apprentices take a long time to train. In fact, it's probably better to get tier 3 wands than start training apprentices. You know, that's probably what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Let's where is it? Furniture? Can't even make it. Just realized I still haven't made that. Oh well, my bad. Also, default. Yay! Support pillars are been researched. Now we can make the roof thing imaging for this thing by doing. We need iron for that too. Never mind, we're just gonna end it here then. Nothing we can do. Save us, Mudmount Academy. Yes. Yeah, we're gonna end it here. That was definitely going much better than my previous save. My other academy. Yeah, if we look at it, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 floors. I have 8 here, but I'm already starting to build roofs on the other one, and I have less tag restriction just because I'm trying to go for the higher tier houses as soon as possible. And that's probably what sabotaged me. Or made it harder for me, I should say. Just a bunch of small rooms instead of actually working towards them. But yeah, yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Next week, I should say. And since I'll be going on vacation next week, I might be streaming a bit more, so we'll see about that. Either way, see ya next time, and have a good day.